Hello from Kathmandu, Nepal. I'm Carrie from Embark, and we are going to pack our bag for our trek to Everest Base Camp. I'm going to start out by packing everything that will go in my day pack. This is a 25 to 35 liter day pack. I've already packed my trekking poles onto here, and I also already have my 3-liter water bladder. You can choose to bring a water bladder or water bottles. Either way, you need to make sure that you're consuming at least 3 liters of water every single day. So let's get started with our day pack. I'm always going to have my headlamp in my day pack. That's just the way that I organize myself. That's not to say that we're going to need it during the day. We won't be hiking into the night on this trip, but I do have my extra batteries and my headlamp, and it lives in my day pack. I'm also going to have my rain layers. So I'm going to pack my rain pants as well as my rain and wind shell. It's going to come every day with me. I have my medium weight insulation layer, and I have my sun hat and my warm hat. I also am going to have some fleece glove liners as well as my gloves or mittens for when we're in the upper elevations and it gets colder. And I can't forget my trekking boots. Waterproof, sturdy, good ankle support. You need to show up in Nepal with your boots well worn in, at least 100 miles on them. And pro tip, do not pack these in your checked baggage. Make sure to either wear these on the airplane or put them in your carry-on. So those are the things that are going to be with me every single day while I'm trekking to Everest Base Camp. Next, we will move on to the things that will go in our duffel. We're going to have a pair of camp shoes for at the end of the day when we want to get out of those boots and get into some cozier things. A pair of nice camp shoes, Crocs, or something with closed-toed because it's very cold in the upper elevations. That's what you're going to want for around the tea houses in the evening times. And then the first thing I'm going to want to make sure to put into my duffel bag is my sleeping bag. I'm going to put it in so that because it's the biggest and the bulkiest, and this is my 95 to 100 liter waterproof duffel bag that is going to get put either with a porter or on a yak to get us from tea house to tea house. Moving on, we're going to pack our clothing layers into a compression sack. We really love compression sacks as a way of organizing our things as well as being able to fit them nicely into our duffel bag. So I have my ankle, mid-calf length gaiters. Those can live in your day pack if you would like. They also can just go into your duffel bag, and then you pull them out accordingly to the weather and what's going on. You would heat them if it's snowy out, or if we're going to be encountering some lush vegetation where we could be kind of walking through wet vegetation that would get us wet. So we've got our 2 synthetic long sleeve shirts and 2 synthetic short sleeve shirts that we're going to have with us in our compression sack. And then we're going to have a pair of lighter weight trekking pants and then a pair of heavier weight trekking pants. We also are going to have a pair of hiking shorts, or one of those pairs of pants can be the integrated pants that zip off into a pair of shorts, because when we're in the lower elevations and if it were to be pretty warm out, you might want a pair of trekking shorts. So those are all going to go into one compression sack. This is how I organize myself. You can organize yourself however you want, but to me it's very helpful to know that all of my kind of trekking clothes are going to be in here when I get into the tea house in the afternoon and need to organize myself for the next day. So that is going to go into my duffel bag. I'm going to have lots of different Ziploc baggies. This is also a really good way of organizing snacks and other kind of clothing items. It's just a really good go-to for to have on hand for your trek. So next I'm going to pack things that I will want when I get into the tea house in the afternoon, and I'm going to be thinking about kind of the evening and layering and all of that good stuff. I'm going to have my own kind of comprehensive personal first aid kit. So that might have something like your own medications, your Diamox, bandages, stuff like that. Our guiding staff will have lots of other first aid supplies at their disposal if you need them. But a personal first aid kit is a good idea. I'm also going to have a lot of wet wipes. This is going to be the way after Namche Bazaar where you kind of tidy up. So we're not going to have access to showers after Namche Bazaar, and you're going to use wet wipes every kind of evening or morning to clean yourself up. Then I'm going to have my different kind of warmer under layers, my base layers. I'm going to have some fleece wool long underwear, medium weight. That's something I'm going to sleep in. Then I also have that option for layering underneath my trekking pants or underneath my upper layers if we were to encounter some particularly cold weather during the day. I'm also going to have one pair of underwear per day and one pair of socks per day. In addition, I'm going to pack a quick dry towel. There will be opportunity to have access to water to clean up with as well, or maybe a stream where you go soak your feet. So a quick dry towel is really nice to have. And then this is a hidden pro tip. I have this Thermarest pillowcase, and I use it and I put all of my clothes in it at nighttime, and I use it as a pillow. It doesn't take up much weight, but it definitely helps because everyone likes the pillow. So those are gonna all go into another stuff sack. And for me, that's the things that I'm gonna want and need when I get into the tea house in the afternoon and evening. And then the next morning when I'm getting ready, I'm picking out my socks, my underwear. I'm deciding if maybe I might need an extra layer underneath my trekking pants because it, sprinkled snow in the evening time, and now there's a dusting of snow outside. So this is the stuff that I'm going to access when I am kind of getting ready in the morning. And we're almost done. The one last thing that I have is a supplemental battery pack. So the tea houses will have access to Wi-Fi and charging. It does cost a little bit of money to do that. But just like in case of an emergency, we do recommend you bring a supplemental battery pack to power your phone or other electronics. So that is it. I've used my trusty Embark gear list to walk me through the whole process of getting packed up. The thing that we need to remember about our duffel bag is it cannot weigh any more than 22 pounds. There is a weight restriction on it. So we do need to come in at that weight. So I think that we are ready to trek to Everest Base Camp. We've got our Daypack, we've got our duffel bag, and I hope this has helped you kind of envision what it looks like to pack on a daily basis for your Everest Base Camp trek.